The Russian Su-25T is one of the best cast vehicles in the game. It is literally a anti-tank missile bus, and it is armed to the teeth. This plane is actually a lot of fun to play in Ground RB. You have two long-range KH-29Ts, which are great at dealing with SPAA. Then you can carry two KH-25MLs, which are also really good for dealing with SPA and tanks. And then you carry 16 Vikir missiles, which is actually a lot compared to something like a Ka-50 or anything like that. And it's all on a Su-25. Not to, mention the fact that you still have a 30 mil, and you have two of the R-73 and R-60 missiles. Now, the Su-25 SM-3 still technically has the better long-range missile with the KH-38s, but the Su-25T has more shock and awe because, like I said, you genuinely can carry 24 missiles, 20 of which are for air-to-ground. Now, the Vikirs are what normally found on Russian helicopters like the Ka-50 and Ka-52, but it's also found on the aircraft like the Su-25T and the Su-39 strike aircraft. That makes them pretty dangerous against just about everything. You can use these missiles against tanks, obviously, SPA, helicopters, and even other aircraft. That might be an intriguing video. Let me know in the comment section if you guys would want to see a video about, trying to use Vikirs as air-to-air missiles. That might be something that'd be kind of funny. Anyways, the Su-25T and Su-39, there's not a whole lot of differences between the two. The Su-39 can carry the radar pod. The Su-25T cannot. Also, IRL, the Su-39 is technically capable of carrying the R-77 and the R-27 missile. But, not in-game. It can't carry either, which is kind of sad. Either way, the Su-25T in ground realistic battles is astonishingly fun and pretty easy to use. It's not at all a pain or anything like that. And the fact that you get so many missiles at 11.3 is pretty funny. Now, obviously, this is no F-16. You lack supersonic capability. You can't climb very well, but like I said, that's not really your job. You come in, be a brute fighting force, and attack directly. You have your KH-29Ts to deal with SPA. You have your KH-25s as, medium range. And then you have the 16 Vikirs to deal with anything else and everything else, as well as the 30 mil to clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up. Now, in this clip that right here, I wanted to point something out at how Vikirs are kind of 50-50. This normally would kill anything, but here, 3 of them don't even actually kill this tank. Little unfortunate. Vikirs are something I find to be very weird for me personally. They'll either do crazy amounts of damage or they won't do anything. I don't know if it's something, that's with the Su-25, but I've noticed it with the Ka-50 as well. It's just a little bit iffy. They don't seem as reliable as they used to be. In terms of air-to-air, this plane is, still pretty, capable, I would say. You obviously lose the, you're a Su-25. You don't have good turn time, good maneuverability, but you do have decent weapons. You can carry, obviously, the 30 mil. Then you also have 2 R-73s and 2 R-60 MKs. You can also be armed with 4 23mm gun pods. Now, in this clip here, I actually go back and forth with, this was, I believe, a flak rad. Actually, a couple of times. Now, in this clip, in the first thing here, he gets a shot off before I can actually laze him and fire my KH-29. That is fine. We go defensive. We defend against this missile, and then we're going to try to pop back up here and find them. Now, the thing with the KH-29s is they are sometimes a little iffy with acquiring locks. If you have any suggestions on how to make that just a little bit easier, do let me know in the comments. But we find them. I thought we had a pretty good lock here. I sent it, but I don't know if you saw it right there, right at the, before we launched it, it actually moved the Seeker up. And we actually end up lobbing this missile well over this guy's head, which is kind of unfortunate. We go cold to defend from his missile, and this missile unfortunately just sails right overhead. But he throws smoke at the last second. I think he heard the missile and was worried, but it's not going to end up really helping him. We go back in after he throws the smoke, hoping he loses sight of us. We're getting pretty close now, and I probably could have thrown a cage 25 ml. He launches a missile. We're trying to get tone, and we fire. His missile actually hits us. Doesn't really do a lot of damage. This is SU-25. It'll shake off a whole lot of things. And our missile tracks just about perfectly and ends up smoking this guy right through the side of his tank. Well, SPA. But that's the power of this missile. It is a slow missile and can be intercepted by other SPA systems. Also, right here, I don't know, this is pointing out to the SU-25's strengths. We get hit by another missile. We are pretty much dead. Now we're inverted. We are losing flight controls. You know, we just lost 2 inches, and I'm able to shoot off not 1 but 2 missiles, and both hit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.